Browns news tonight, another twist to the Stadium Showdown drama. Attorney General Dave Yost asking a federal court to dismiss the Browns' federal lawsuit regarding the Modell Law. Jeff Slauson joins us now with what this newest filing means.
This was the deadline for both the city of Cleveland and the state of Ohio to get back to the Browns on the initial lawsuit. The results are the Attorney General and what we just learned, the city of Cleveland, want this case dropped, and they believe they have a case for this to happen. So let's start with the filing itself. The Browns, you may remember this, filed a lawsuit against the city of Cleveland, the state of Ohio, getting added to that as well. Essentially, what they were trying to determine through a federal lawsuit is to say that the Modell Law is unconstitutional due to vagueness. Now, when a state's law is being considered, if it is vague or not, the constitutionality actually is decided by the federal government. So that is why they would file it to the feds. So again, they said that the Modell Law, which we all know about now, basically would allow the city of Cleveland to either purchase the team or have to come to an agreement before the Browns can move, saying that the Modell Law is unconstitutionally vague, right? So that is something that they are trying to believe here and get noticed. The Attorney General, through a fairly long filing that I read earlier today, basically said the Modell Law is not vague. It essentially says exactly what needs to happen. Now, some specifics on it aren't included, but that's up for both parties to decide. So the federal government must abstain until the state rules on this, basically saying it's a state issue here because it's not necessarily over the law being legal, it's over how the law can be interpreted. That is a state issue. State courts need to determine it. This lawsuit should be dismissed. Now, the Browns saying the exact same thing here and filing. We just got into our newsroom moments before our 10 o'clock newscast, basically saying that the lawsuit should be dismissed until the state court decides. When it comes to this entire lawsuit, basically where we are at this point is the Attorney General and the city of Cleveland trying to say that the Modell Law is in fact something that should be followed, and the Browns will have to agree to it. Now, when it comes to the actual Browns themselves, they were hoping that the court would decide that the Modell Law should not be considered and that it is something that should be thrown out and not be determined as a law itself. But according to the Attorney General, there is a strong belief that this should maintain a law, and the Browns will have to figure out a way to either come to an agreement or potentially sell the team before they would leave the city.